Portugal has a long-standing history and a remarkable track record in the global wine sector. Today, Portuguese wines are more dynamic than ever and are undoubtedly one of the main assets of the country. Since the creation of Wines of Portugal in 2010, the key attributes of the country have been communicated in a consistent way, supported by messages of differentiation, important for its success in the international wine scene. In an increasingly globalized world, Portuguese wines remain genuine, with a strong Portuguese character, and are highly gastronomic. Every bottle of Portuguese wine contains the wisdom, know-how, and dedication of generations of winemakers. Their tastes, traditions, and expertise have been preserved to create exceptional wines. Portuguese winemakers have shown a heroic determination to preserve a heritage of more than 250 native grape varieties, and most of these varieties do not exist elsewhere in the world. They are masters of unlocking the potential of a country full of diversity. Vines are planted in all types of soils, from sand to shale, and exposed to a diversity of microclimates, from the influence of the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean to the influence of continental Europe. The result is an exciting range of wines that is as diverse as it is unique.
Portugal has got everything.
There's some of the most individual wines in the world.
They're really intriguing wines, and there's aromas and flavours that you're not familiar with, so they really challenge you to sort of dig around and to try and express them.
The thing I like most about the Portuguese wines is that they're so different from everything else.
The brand Wines of Portugal is consistently present in 4 continents and 11 strategic markets, with more than 100 annual promotional activities, mobilizing more than 350 winemakers. More than 2,400 people are trained in Portuguese wines annually in over 84 cities globally. More than 6,000 professionals and consumers show up at around 14 wine tastings in such different cities as Toronto, New York, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Stockholm, Oslo, Helsinki, Sao Paulo, London, or Luanda. The brand also makes its presence known at some of the main global wine fairs, visiting a total of 12 trade fairs and 14 consumer shows. With almost 800 square meters of booth space and 130 winemakers showcasing their wines, ProWine is the leading wine fair for Wines of Portugal. With the objective of broadening the awareness and visibility of Wines of Portugal, a strong communication and PR plan has been put in place, mobilizing opinion makers and creating real ambassadors for the brand.
I visited Portugal 6 times, which was a fantastic opportunity to really get a feel for Portugal and Portuguese wine region. I think I tasted about 1,200 wines, and I know there are so many more good wines that I didn't get a chance to taste. So even if it's not all the very best wines, it shows just what exciting wines Portugal produces and just how distinctive they are.
American market is waking up to Portuguese wines, and I think it's, one, it's long past time that should have happened. 2, I think there's enormous potential.
With more than 30,000 followers in social media alone in the US and hundreds of articles worldwide, Portuguese wines are speaking louder and being acknowledged in the world wine scene.
What I really like about Portuguese wines is the excitement you can get from the north to the south of the country, the innovation and the balance they're getting from all their wines. They're absolutely fantastic.
I haven't been to a Portuguese tasting for quite a while, and I just feel that at the moment everybody seems to be talking about Portugal. There's just a buzz about it, I think.
Today, the reputation of Portuguese wines is unquestionable. The quality is at its best, rivaling with the best in the world. So it is no surprise that more than 80% of the wines submitted to the most renowned international wine competitions end up being awarded. And this does not pass unnoticed by wine professionals worldwide. With growth at 2 digits, wine exports also demonstrate the true dynamism of the sector. There is still much to do to increase the awareness of Wines of Portugal, but this just serves as motivation for the entire sector, since it shows the enormous potential for growth that still exists for Portuguese wines across the globe. Wines of Portugal, a world of difference.